Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Episode 204. Wow. Welcome to the best bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. And this is Mark Denholm from the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. This week, the first full week of 2023, we discussed the perception of time. We had tips for anger management, plus other Tuesday tips as well. We spoke about the magic of Photoshop. And yeah, this was a great one, I thought, as well. Taking a wrong turn and how apparently easy it is to take a wrong turn. Not something I've ever done, but apparently it can be done. We also spoke about coffee and we found out what you had too much or too many of, all on the way in the podcast.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Start of a brand new week and a full one. This one, all 5 days ahead to go. Last week, if you remember, I did say it was a bit weird because I'm well aware it was only a 4-day week, but I don't know. There was part of me that thought, wow, we've reached Friday already. There was, however, part of me that thought, oh my God, it has taken absolutely years to get through just 4 days. Anyway, welcome to Monday, and I hope that I find you well, and I hope you're not too put off by the fact that there are actually 5 days to go until we reach the weekend again. It's all a bit strange, isn't it? You know, after the lull of between Christmas and New Year, it's all a bit strange getting back to reality. And obviously we had the teaser last week of the 4-day week. This week, all 5 to do. And I wish you luck.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Prince Harry all over the news again. And quite frankly, I am past caring now. I didn't really care in the first place, and I'm certainly past caring now. And therefore, I would like to know today, how would you tell someone, maybe a friend or perhaps a work colleague or something, how would you tell them politely that you're not interested in what they are telling you? On air at atomradio.co.uk, that's what I want to know today. How do you tell someone that you know that you are not interested in what they're telling you in a polite way? And it's not always easy, is it? Because it may be of great interest to them. On air at atomradio.co.uk this Monday, how do you politely tell someone that you're not interested in what they're telling you?
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Urologists claim every time you resist acting on your anger, you're actually rewiring your brain to be calmer and more loving. I don't know, I reckon the anger just builds up, I don't know, although I'm not a neurologist.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Streaming from Slough and Loud across the net, this is Mark Denholm at Breakfast Morning, and welcome to Tuesday, 6/18. This day 5 years ago, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, his net worth reached $106 billion US, only Bill Gates passing the $100 billion milestone in 1999. Bezos was the second man on Earth to be worth £1 billion, and he's not even the richest man anymore, is he? Neither him nor Elon Musk are the richest men anymore.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
7:15, Mark Denholm at breakfast, banging out the anthems on Atom Radio. Don't treat people as bad as they are. Treat them as good as you are. And don't wish for it, work for it. Top tips for your Tuesday. There you are. Don't say you don't learn anything off of this show. You see, always educational.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Did you see it yesterday? The photo Grant Shapps released of Virgin Orbit. Originally, Boris Johnson was in the photo. However, the picture that tweeted by Grant Shapps yesterday did not have Boris in it.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
A lady drove onto a ferry. She mistook it for a bridge across the River Thames. Sophie Montague described the rig-tickling moment she absent-mindedly drove onto a waiting ferry last Friday while on her morning commute. She's 28. She claims she boarded the ferry, believing she'd driven directly onto a bridge across the river, but was surprised when she was met by a row of stationary cars. That's no surprise. London is the most congested town in the world. There she is then driving onto this boat rather than driving onto a bridge. I mean, I don't know how you do it, if I'm honest, Sophie. I don't know how you've done it, but you did. Today, I want to know what has been the worst road trip you've ever had. On air at atomradio.co.uk. Could have been, you're driving, a mistake while you were driving. Could have been a trip with friends or whatever. Back in the old day, they'd have called it a charabang, wouldn't they? But what has been the worst road trip you've ever had. On air at atomradio.co.uk, my email address this Wednesday morning.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Do you know, smelling coffee can help reduce stress? Now, I like smelling coffee, but I don't like drinking it. However, I love it in a cake. I love a coffee cake and also coffee cream sweets. I've not had a coffee cream sweet for ages. I'm craving now. I'm craving. Coffee cream sweets, love them. Coffee cake, love it. Without the walnut, mind you. But the actual drink itself, I love the smell of coffee. I just can't stand the taste of the actual drink itself.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
6:21 and loud across the net. This is Mark Denham at Breakfast Morning. Welcome to Friday. You know what day it is today, don't you? Other than just Friday. Friday the 13th today, if you are of a suspicious nature. Good luck with all that. Are you suspicious or not? To me, it's just Friday. I know on the calendar it will say Friday 13th.
Mark Denham at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
A lady called Josephine is a TikTok star, apparently. She has 267,000 followers. She's originally from Switzerland, but is now based in London. And that's thanks to her fragrance tips. She does, however, admit that she has over 400 bottles of perfume, and I'm confused because there's only 365 days in a year, and you probably smell awful if you had to squeeze them all on together, wouldn't you? So what is it today? I want to know. What is it that you have too much or too many of? On air at atomradio.co.uk, as always, my email address. And morning, Rob. I empathise with you on this. Rob's girlfriend tells him that he has too many records. She says, why don't you just listen to them on Spotify or Apple Music? Now, I agree with you here, Rob, Rob is saying, I don't think that this is true, but this is what my other half tells me. I think, if I'm honest here, I'm not in agreement with your other half. I'm on your side here, Rob. As someone who's DJed since the age of 16, I have a lot of vinyl and I have a lot of CDs. Now, in this day and age, I've got it all digitized. Will I get rid of the vinyl? No. Will I get rid of the CDs? No, definitely not. I'm with you on that, Rob, 100% with you. And I think you should just nicely tell your other half that it's a collection. It's a collection, and therefore you won't be getting rid of it. Thank you for your email, Rob, and have a lush Friday. And should an argument ensue, don't